Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we're going to talk about playing the broker. I've often mentioned it in past videos, so today let's take a quick look at exactly what that means. In short, it means going to the broker as often as you can in order to either be able to purchase some items at a very low price or to try to sell some items for as much money as you can. Ideally, when you go to the broker, you try to make the best deal you can at that time. But of course, there's a lot of trial and error that goes into using the broker. You will make mistakes using the broker. Basically, there's only one way to really learn how to play the broker. It's by using the broker. There's no miracle solution to that. You have to use the broker to learn how to use it. Again, you learn pretty much to use the broker through trials and error. And again, I cannot repeat that enough. You will make mistakes, especially at first. Sometimes you will sell items that you have no idea are actually worth anything, only to find out that, oopsie, you could have had $20 million for the item that you sold for $20,000. Or sometimes you will make a silly mistake like forgetting a zero, and you will sell an item for 1/10 of the price that it's actually worth. It happens. Or sometimes the menu will lag a bit, and you will click on a button a little too fast, and you will end up selling an item for $1. Like you will put up the item for sale for $1 by accident, and before you get a chance to cancel the sale and get the item back, someone will have purchased it. Which is also why you have to go to the broker as often as you can, because often you will find a deal that's a once in a while opportunity. So sometimes you'll go to the broker and you'll see an item that usually is worth 20 million, and you'll see it for 20,000. So you grab it right away when that happens. I hesitate to mention items because one thing that you have to also understand is that prices on the broker changes all the time, which is another reason why you have to go as often as you can. Sometimes you'll go and items will be $20 million. You go back a few hours later, it's $10 million, and you go back at the end of the day, and that very same item that started the day at $20 million is now $2 million. So if you go as often as you can, you will be able to find some good deals to purchase certain items at a low price. The prices on the broker changes all the time. Sure, after a while you will get a sense of how expensive some items are and how much money you can get from certain items. But early on, it's something you have to learn through trial and errors. You learn the prices of the item by selling and buying a whole truckload of items. And in the long run, you will get a sense of how expensive those items are, how valuable those items are. So basically, also to play the broker, you have to sell items on the broker. It's pretty much that simple. That is how you make money in this universe online. Sure, you can sell some of your items to the vendors, but the vendors give you peanuts compared to what you can get from the broker. Items that the vendors will give you $5 for, you'll get 4 millions from the broker. So don't sell items to vendors unless you have no other choice. If you have a choice between selling an item to the vendors and selling an item to the broker, sell it to the broker. I know it's a bit intimidating to use the broker at first, but I will try to make a few videos to try to help you guys figure out how the broker works, and maybe to make it less intimidating for you guys. So how can you make money from the broker? Well, again, you have to sell items that you don't need, items that you don't want, or items that you need them, but you're confident that you could sell them for a good price now and buy them for cheaper later. That can happen too. What items can you sell to the broker? Well, basically, the easiest thing to sell to the broker is collections, because you can farm for collections as much as you like. You can farm for an hour, you can farm for 5 hours, you can farm for 12 hours if you want to. You basically farming for collections, you just need to go around Gotham and Metropolis and gather all the collections you can, go to the broker, sell those collections, and then go back again to gather some more. So farming for collections is probably the #1 way to make money in this universe right now. Ideally, you want to farm where there's some more valuable collections, But ultimately, it's random. So you're going to have to farm and farm and farm, and hopefully you'll get valuable collections. And even if you get less valuable collections, again, if you're going to make money out of the amount of collections you're going to sell. You're not going to sell only one collection and make $500 million. That's not how it works. Odds are you're going to be selling 100 collections at $1,000 each, but then you'll have made $100,000. It's actually going to be more than that. Basically, I've used my composites Batman Superman to farm for collections in some other video. You'll see that he did make some money fairly quick. So if you spend the whole day farming and farming and farming for collections, your cash will increase. You will earn money that way. But you have to be willing to put the time into it, and you have to put the time into it. I cannot do it for you. No one can do it for you. You have to do it yourself. So the first thing again, farming for collections and selling those collections on the broker, that is a good way to make money. Another way is to sell other valuable items. An example of that would be crafting materials. Since we've had the time capsules, there's quite a lot of crafting to do in this universe online. There's crafting to do for enhanced gear, there's crafting to do for enhanced mods, there's crafting to do for enhanced emblems, and there's a whole bunch of mods we need to craft, also not just with the time capsules, but with the DLCs themselves. Like right now we have the Goon, I forget the actual name. Like right now we have the Goons of Gotham mods to craft. So that will require a lot of components. So if you have some crafting components that you're not using, sell them on the broker. You will make money with them. Even simple materials. Simple materials are almost as expensive as complex materials because there's so much stuff to craft and we need so many of them. And somehow, and also at some point there even was a shortage of simple materials somehow. So crafting materials, you can sell those on the broker. And you could even farm for crafting materials. How do you do that? You play missions, you gather gear, and you salvage that gear, hoping to get some simple or complex components, complex materials, I should say. Yes, it does rely on luck. You have to be lucky when you salvage equipment in order to be able to get simple or complex materials. Another way to make money on the broker: sell rare items that are in demand. For example, the Batwoman cape. The Batwoman cape is one of those things that you can sell on the broker. Let's take a quick look how much it is right now. Assuming there is any to sell, or to buy, I mean. So even right now, there's not a single Batwoman cape for sale. So if you were to play the Batwoman mission and get the cape, you could sell it for a pretty penny. But in order to be able to do that, you would have to farm and farm and farm the Batwoman mission over and over until you actually get the cape. It's a somewhat rare item, so you're going to have to farm the mission quite a lot, sadly. Even with the loot picker, it will require you some time before you actually get the cape, unless you get really lucky. Another item that you can farm for is the flash boots. And those items, the Batwoman cape or the flash boots, they will go up in value at certain points. An example of that is that for the Batwoman cape, for a long time, the Batwoman cape wasn't worth all that much money. So if you got it, so you weren't really farming for it, but if you got it, you could sell it on the broker for a few dollars. But then at some point, something magical happened. They released a Batman Call in DC Universe Online. When the Batman Call was released, everyone who purchased a Batman Call needed a Batwoman cape for their characters. Especially if they had multiple Batman characters, then they needed multiple Batwoman cape. So when that happened, the price for the Batwoman cape went up quite quickly. And then after a while, it went back down. Until another event happened, they sold a Batman emblem. The Batman emblem from the BVS swag bag. So again, people who purchased the Batman emblem had to have a Batwoman cape for their characters. So again, the price for the Batwoman cape went back up again. And then after a while, it went back down. And then recently, very recently, we got a brand new Batman emblem, the Batman Rebirth emblem. Again, I can pretty much guarantee that the price for the Batwoman cape went up. A lot of people who somehow didn't have the Batwoman cape just yet will need the Batwoman cape for their brand new Batman character that they will make thanks to the Batman Rebirth emblem. So again, selling those rare items is another way to be able to make money. So either you're lucky and you get those items just playing the missions, or you farm specifically for those items. You can farm for the Batwoman cape. I already made a video about that. You can farm for the Flash boots. I already made a video about that. And there's probably a whole bunch of other items that you can actually sell on the broker, but that should get you started. So basically, farm for collections and sell those on the broker. Farm for crafting materials, sell those on the broker. Or farm for rare items, iconic items, and sell those on the broker. And go to the broker as often as you can. If you go back to your base to repair, look on the broker what if you can get a good price for certain items. You go back to your base to imprint an armory, look at the broker. You go to the Hall of Doom or the Watchtower, go to the broker. Go to the broker as often as you can. Don't go to the broker once a month. Go every day and go multiple times a day looking for, again, either valuable item that you can get for a good price because someone sold it for really cheap for some reason, or to see if there are some items that you have that you can sell for a good price. And I almost forgot, another thing that you can sell on the broker is base items. People want base items to decorate their bases, so selling base items is another good way to make money. And right now, we have the Halloween seasonal. You can farm for spooky bits and purchase base items from the Halloween vendor. So do that with all your characters. Farm for spooky bits, and buy those base items from the the Halloween vendor, or any other items that you can actually sell on the broker from the Halloween vendor. Like there's a couple of cats that you can purchase from the Halloween vendor that you could sell on the broker. So again, you can easily farm for those items using your multiple characters if you have them. If you have only one character, then do that with your one character. But if you have multiple characters, then you can farm and farm and farm for spooky bits, purchase a whole bunch of items in the Halloween vendor, and then sell those items on the broker. So, and again, go to the broker as often as you can. So if you want those rare items on the broker, those expensive items on the broker, you have no choice. You have to play the broker. You have to farm for collections, crafting materials, rare items, base items. Farm for those and sell those on the broker. Again, I cannot insist enough on that. If you want to make money in DC Universe Online, you have to use the broker. You have to sell items on the broker, and ultimately, you have to play the broker. I know it's not the answer a lot of you guys want to hear. I know that it means investing a lot of time farming for items and selling them on the broker, but you have that's how you make money in this universe online. You have to take the time to do it. And also, as I mentioned, you pretty much learn to do it through trials and error. I will try to make a few videos to try to minimize the amount of errors you will make and to help you with the trial part, but ultimately you have to do it. I cannot do it for you. No one can do it for you. So I'm going to start rambling, so I guess I'll pretty much call it quits on that. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section down below. I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. And that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.